Hello guys, welcome to another market update video. Today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, we're going to talk about Ethereum, take a quick look on Solana, Near, Hype, Ton and Brett. So it's a lot of coins today and probably be a little bit longer video, probably around 10-12 minutes. So all in all, yesterday was extremely weak. I know many of you probably lost a lot of money yesterday. Some of you maybe made a lot of money yesterday because you maybe were short, gambled on a short, I don't know, but it was really weak. And I decided, you know what? I'm not going to post any trade ideas because I found it way too risky. And if I did, would likely have lost money yesterday. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to see more clarity and post when I think something looks more higher probability. So I have taken some time, looked at the charts. I traded some yesterday, but only scalps. Tight targets, no huge RR trades, just a few trades here and there. And it wasn't a fantastic day of new trades. I had short running, and I didn't get in a new short during yesterday. And I didn't get a great long either, but I decided, you know what? I'm not going to chase any longs, I'm going to chase any shorts. I'm just going to have what I already have and take some scalps if I get an opportunity and just chill out overall. I made actually a Norwegian and an English video yesterday, but when I posted on YouTube everything, I saw the screen was frozen. So it was a pointless video. Decided to just delete it and make a new one today. Looking at the chart short term, we have taken major liquidity to the downside, note it. We have dumped like crazy, we're down pretty much 7% or something yesterday. At most, at least above 6, it was pretty red day. We may hold this zone down here for another bounce, but I'm not really liking longs yesterday. It gives scalps. You can see here, it gives micro scalps, but doesn't really give anything major. It can't really break any structure to the upside. So it's not pretty overall, I have to say. We have broken this, but we're getting into some resistance both here and here right now. And then also getting into single prints as resistance. You can see the single print. We appear the blue one here. And we also usually find resistance at the start. Here we have a naked V up, so we may wick the V up and go down for a short. And we can also look for a fill of the single print if we start, for example, trading inside here. The most ideal thing is to look for a fill and then up to the day level for a potential short trade, at least take profits on current longs. So for longs, I'm going to share a trade setup on Twitter soon, but I'm not overall a huge fan. We can just delete this because it's just a mess, in my opinion. We can, maybe we fake out some of this buy tail and recoil, I don't know. It looks harder to find a good long than a good short as of right now, because of the weakness overall. But we are holding the session VWAP for now, as you can see here. So that's a local bullish. But at the same time, we need to zoom out and look at the overall structure, and the overall structure ain't really pretty right now. We may go a little bit down to find a long, but my idea today is just to be a little bit careful. If you're long, book profits on the way, secure the risk, and just be patient overall. And again, we're going to look for flips, support and resistance flips. If we find acceptance above daily, then we can look for next day level. You pretty much need to take level for level rather than expecting the low to be in at the current level and expecting every level to give you the trade you want. Just react rather than predict. That's my mindset for today. Looking at my little bit higher time frame analysis, we can see we had a structural lows, daily 3 days resistance as previous support. We had it as support, but we can see we got a wick and we rejected, but then got straight down again. We also had a support and resistance flip area here with major volume. Gave some scalps, but again broke down. and finally found some support down these key lows with a major buy tail in a weekly and daily level and so on. So next real support is around 63, 62.5, and then we are talking 2026 lows. It turned quick, I have to admit, it turned really quick. I know many people was ready for the bull market again, ready to go to 90k, but things turn extremely quick, I have to admit. I didn't expect this dump to be this quick. I expected it to have a local lower high, but I didn't expect it to dump this quick, I have to say. I didn't expect that. So it came way faster and way quicker than I would imagine, but at the same time, gladly I didn't lose any major money on it, and I dare to be patient and don't chase and go crazy on longs. So a great reaction from the zone. We're getting into resistance here now from the previous support level. So if you reject, the most likely thing is to test these lows again, and then we observe a reaction and look for a long if we get opportunity. If not, we need to watch for low 63s. If you can flip it, then the most likely thing is to potentially test 69 to 70k once again. This is just looking at the higher time frames and pretty much support resistance flip levels and previous key support getting into resistance and the other way around. We also had this resistance up here with the poor heights and a local flip, 20.5 low, and you can see we rejected like crazy. Not a beautiful reaction, I have to say. For the bulls, for the bears, it couldn't be better, to just say it like that. So my high time frame view, I'm cautious. We have lost many kilos as potential upside structure, and the structure doesn't look good at all in my opinion. It doesn't look good. I have to just be honest, not to be bearish or anything. I'm just honest and telling my opinion. We must hold these lows. If not, the most likely thing is to clear the low volume below us between 60 and 63k. We can take a look at the altcoins too, because I know many people are watching altcoins. We can take a look at Ethereum and Solana first. Let's see. On Ethereum, we have been pretty weak, reacted to a naked daily under control. Okay. We bounced a few times on a monthly level, rejected daily. I'm not really a fan of the overall price action. It looks tired to me. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a test of this sooner or later. And this may bring along, if not, new lows are most likely. But I think I just want to be patient right now and just wait a little bit. If you're a swing trader and spot trader, DCAing at discount, as we all know, is good, slow but steady. But for day trades and scalps, I want to be a little bit careful. Solana, yeah, we bounced a few times from the daily level, but broke down brutally, and my best long area right now would be somewhere in here. It's a ginormous buy tail with a weekly support level. So that's pretty much my ideal scenario. I'm not into taking any shorts right here. I would need to wait a little bit on new shorts, but a long down here or starting to get exposed in spot long term could be a good idea in my opinion. Looking at near, I've been going crazy lately, I have to say. I have made some nice zones to watch. As you can see, we have this bigger flip zone with equilibrium of the move. I soon need to adjust the equilibrium, but we also have anchor wave up here. So a good long zone for me would be around here, and a great long zone for key for the bulls to protect would be around here. Looking for shorts, we may get a fake out of at least this high. Around something like this for a short trade, but I find the best resistance to be up here at the extremes, above weekly and stacked highs of resistance. So I think that's the best case looking for a short if you see weakness around the highs up here. Ton, also a coin I know many people are watching, fair enough. We're getting into anchor re-up resistance right here. For a long, may give a long, taking these lows with the weekly. And this is also a good long area down here. But if you can flip this VWAP, to be honest, I'm expecting this weak level to be taken. And the best resistance area is likely approaching $3. At least that was what I'm watching right now. Things turned quick, so this is nothing, no blind trades, but if you see price action signals and triggers, this is good zones to watch. Looking at hype, we've seen a great move. I'm long on hype from 37, 36. As I told you all on Twitter and on YouTube, is just watch my previous video, that if you can stay about $36 to $37, my idea is to take $50. And we took 50, and we took even more, way more actually. So I took some profits early, I have to admit, but my mindset has always been, it's better to take some profits than be greedy and go in loss time after time after time, because nothing is guaranteed. And what if you dumped from 45 and went down to my entry and I didn't take any profits? So, but I still have something left, and I'm not really where the top is. We have found some resistance at 75 trend based. I just made some lines. We also have all-time high we made here. SFP dumped a little bit. Local lows, then another bounce, and got into found some support down here, and then flipped VWAP and pretty much flipped the all-time high up here. As you can see, previous resistance flipped into support, and after that we've been pushing and pushing, and we hit $75. Pretty crazy, to be honest. So my ideal scenario would be to look for a long down here if we get a pullback. This is extremely key zone for the bulls to protect. If you step below here, the most likely thing for me is to flush some of this and push this key support zone down here. That's the most likely. But I believe we're going to get a bounce at least for the first try at the key zone, and then get a potential long and test maybe $75 to $80 potentially. So for a short, we have tested these highs many times. I'm not sure, but if we get a clear swing failure pattern and close below maybe 75, may of course be a good short. But if you push above, I'm gonna wait towards $80, to be honest, and maybe fake out that for then taking a short. But I'm a little bit careful. I have a short, but I'm gonna be DCAing potentially. And it's not a huge size short, but I'm potentially thinking to DCA if we go a little bit higher, and the target would be around 55 maybe. But that's not financial advice, because I'm not sure on that, because I'm hedging it against my long. I'm not risking anything major on it just yet. But this was a quick market update video. If you want to join my community, first link in the description and link below this video on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching the video. Links to BloFin, where I trade mostly, in the description. Links to BingX, Bybit and so on. If you want me to cover any coins of your interest, just let me know below and I'll make a video or a post on Twitter. No worries whatsoever. Thank you so much for all support. I really appreciate it. I'll see you all in a new video very soon. Bye bye.